So this is going to be how I started, like part two. I get away. I I had said that I managed my type 2 diabetes, and I asked the doctor. I says, "Well, doc, what's next?" And she says that I have to start managing my sodium. And a high sodium diet, me, made me retain water, and that promoted inflammation. And that inflammation is really what contributed to those ulcers coming back. They'd been there for a long time. I couldn't really remember a time that I didn't have them. So once I got the ulcers under control and I lost weight, I got it down a little bit. I started going to the store. I started doing my grocery shopping myself. I stopped concerning myself with what the prices of things cost, and I started to be more concerned about my dietary needs. I bought a lot of fresh food. I bought a lot of fresh vegetables. I didn't buy frozen things. I didn't buy any prepackaged things. I stopped with soda pop, potato chips. I only ate real food. And that was about a year and a half of that. My beard itches, I'm sorry. Even now today when I go to the grocery store, I mean, I look at prices, but that's not the concern, even though groceries are much more expensive for healthy food. I plan out my diet before I get to the store. If I'm going to have a grapefruit every day and an avocado and a tomato every day, I think about what I'm going to have for snacks. I'll buy strawberries and grapes. I portion out my meals ahead of time. I'll steam some chicken breast and I'll cut it up and I'll leave it in the fridge. So when I go in there, only the healthy food, only healthy options are available to me. You got to think to yourself when you're in the store, if I buy those potato chips, I'm going to eat them potato chips. So as a result, as I purchase things, I think of how and when I'm going to eat it. Another thing is when I walk into the kitchen, it's usually because I want a snack, and in the middle of my kitchen, next to my refrigerator, I keep a bowl of fruits and vegetables that stay good on the counter. Avocados stay good on the counter. Bananas are good. I keep my grapefruits out. Apples are good on the counter. There's a lot of food that doesn't need to be refrigerated. And when I walk into the kitchen, this is the first thing that I see. So, really, I only have healthy choices for my snacks. And if I do open up my refrigerator, there's nothing in there that's bad for me. And if I do make a meal, I make a meal that is enough for that meal. Another thing that I started to do, my ear itched again, I'm sorry. So, another thing that I started to do was when I'm eating, I got a small plate. I don't have a big platter anymore. It's a small plate. And I keep the portions the same portion size that you would feed a child. Now, that's not enough. I've ate a little bit. It's okay to come back in an hour and have another one, but it's the point that you've got to reduce the size of your meals. I bought a smaller plate. I bought a smaller bowl. I put a little kid's fork and spoon so that I wasn't, so I didn't have a shovel and a pitchfork. And it, I took more time to eat my food because I was only putting a little bit at a time in my mouth, chewing my food, and I was actually starting to enjoy it instead of just gobbling it down. Well, look, we got 4 minutes and 25 seconds in. So, as I started to lose more weight, I was able to do more things. And mostly what I did was my own shopping. And it's very important to do your own shopping. You know inside your mind that you can't have these foods. Don't buy them for yourself. If somebody else does your grocery shopping, they'll be like, oh, look, these were on sale and I got you so many of these. It's not about that. It's about eating the higher quality, more nutritious foods and taking advantage of the food's nutrition rather than the food's value. And it got to the point where I had to choose between my food and my credit cards and my bills. Well, the food won. More nutritious food. It's very expensive, and I went with it. And now, because I made that choice to purchase the more expensive, nutritious food, now now I can get off of Social Security disability, and I can go back to work. And that's what my next goal is losing the next 100 pounds and getting a part-time job. I can't wait. But anyways, we're at almost 6 minutes. I'll get back to you. I got part 3 coming up. Hang on, give me a minute.